What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy, Popular Video Games here, chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. Welcome to GTA 6, Mission 9, Devils, Rise of the False Gods, my GTA 6 fanfiction. Let's get into this. Nick is sleeping next to Crystal when they're awoken by gunfire. The shooting makes Crystal and Nick jump to the ground. The gunfire is so loud that it actually sounds like it's right in their place, but it's actually further down the street. Nick tells Crystal to chill and don't leave the room. Crystal runs and grabs her double-barrel shotgun. Nick gets his automatic handgun and runs out the door. He jumps off the apartment railings into a backyard. He jumps the fence of that backyard and continues to move down the alley. No cops are hearing this, Nick wondered. Nah, they just don't want to get involved, that's all, Nick said out loud. He then sees Lamar, and he runs over saying, "Yo, Lamar, what the fuck is going on?" Lamar says, "Yeah, nigga, remember that drive-by?" "Yeah," Nick replies. "Well, the devils are just going all out crazy. They're having a war all over the city because of it. The whole city, man, the cartel won't even deal with us. The whole point was to get their shipment. Now the cartel can just say fuck it." Lamar responds, Nah, nigga. See, the cartel need this wartime. When people all scared and shit, that's when they finna hit these drugs even harder. You gotta think about things." Angel walks up to Lamar and hands him a piece of paper. Lamar looks at it and says, yeah, nigga, look right here, boy. The cartel shipment is coming in the next hour." Nick says, "Wait, they're actually still dealing with us?" Lamar said, "Nick, I've been on these streets for ages. I know how to do things and my shit's aight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, these fools not even gonna be thinking about it." Nick responds, I'm pretty sure they will, but fuck it, let's get this money." Lamar tells him to go pick up an AK-47U from the store. He hands him $5,000 and says, "You gonna pay me back out of your cut, nigga," and walks to gather reinforcements. Nick goes into the gun store. They ask for ID. Nick says, "Angels don't carry none." The guy behind the counter says, "Which one you want?" Nick says, "I want that AK-47U. He pays the $5K for the extended clip included and calls Lamar. He then walks out the store, nearly getting hit by gunfire from three devils shooting at one entity. Nick, not wanting to make himself a target, instead goes over and hijacks a car. Now he shoots the driver in the head to drive past the gunfire. Two shots hits the driver's side of the door. He continues to call Lamar with no answer. He then drives up on the Angels running behind the wall. It's five devils shooting down the street. Lamar is among the Angels. Nick runs to Lamar and questions, "What's going on, man? Why they shooting at us?" Lamar said, "These niggas crazy. They walk in on our shit. We walk up. They start blasting." Nick fires, killing three. Lamar says, "Damn, nigga." And then the Angels chase the remaining two. Now, they actually managed to kill them further down the block. Nick runs back to the car, calling the other Angels. They follow. Then they pile into the car and begin driving to the pickup location in Evergreen Park. As they're riding to the drop location, they all blast and sing along to the song Straight Outta Compton. Now, police sirens ring and they pull over. Lamar says, "I ain't going back to jail, nigga." Nick says, "Stay cool." The cops step outside the car and one gets shot in the head by the entity walking the street. "They were after him," one of the Angels said. Lamar said, "Nigga, you the only criminal who stops with cops when they don't even call him." Nick sits there and laughs, and then they drive off. Police are still in a gunfight with the entity. The entity manages to get killed. Then they proceed to the pickup location. As they are driving, one of the Angels looks over and screams, "Oh shit!" Nick looks over. It's a gun pointed at the window of the car. Out of nowhere, things look very slow motion, Nick thinks. Time is flowing the same way, but Nick's perceiving it faster. To him, he had enough time to look around at everyone's reaction. A bird flying, his gas gauge. Before the gunman could blink, Nick stops the car before the fire starts. Lamar then looks at Nick and says, "Yo, how you do that?" "Do what?" Nick says. Lamar and the others return fire on the car. They manage to shoot out the back wheel and the car flips over, killing the driver and passenger. Then Lamar gets back on and says, "Bro, what the fuck?" Nick knows what Lamar is talking about but denies everything. Lamar says, "It was like that was happening and you were moving weird, man." Nick shrugs his shoulder, not knowing what was going on. Lamar says, "Ah, fuck it," and then they head to the drop-off point. Then they arrive and begin to actually get out the car and move towards the cartel. When they get into the construction site, the cartel points the guns at them. Nick power activates again. Things are moving slower than usual. He says, it's just like that in the car. So my adrenaline is up. What the fuck? I got pies? Holy shit. Nick calms down and things goes back to normal, moving regularly. Nick says, we're the angels. The entity and the devils are making it too hot to move anything. But us, we're not at war. The leader tells them to put their guns down and says, you boys want a chance, huh? Well, let's see if we can do business with the angels. Or, should I say, should the angels do business with the great Mondrazo? Devils start pulling up on the hills above the location and start firing at the cartel, saying, you fuckers, that's ours. Mondrazo says, send those fuckers to hell. A big gunfight starts. 23 devils versus 18 cartel members and 5 angels. One of the angels is hit in the head. Lamar screams, motherfucker! And stands up and starts shooting, killing 2 devils, but getting hit in the shoulder. They have the high ground, Mondrazo says. Nick says, Mr. Mondrazo, please, let the angels handle this. Nick activates his power. Nick can see each bullet moving. He looks and sees gas canisters behind the devils, and they happen to be lined up in a circle behind them. He has enough time to see where each and every person was. Nick then feels a bit of fatigue all over his body. He feels that it's because of this new ability he has. He'll only hold it for a few seconds at a time because then it just shuts off on him out of nowhere and causes him to nearly get killed. He takes a sniper from one of Mondrazo's men and shoots the canisters. It makes a circular explosion around the construction site, killing all the devils that were firing. Nick stands up with a sniper over his shoulder like a badass off Halo, and everyone starts cheering. He hands the sniper back to one of Mondrazo's men, but they say, nah, bro, you can keep it. Mondrazo hugs Nick and says, you saved me, my boy. Yes, we can definitely do business with the angels. I need a contact number. Nick immediately gives him his throwaway phone number and says that call this phone, bro, and I'll immediately get back to you. Nick responds. Mondrazo says, yes. Now, let's make this money. They hand Mondrazo the money. Mondrazo hands him the coke. Everything's in line, so they all get into their cars and hurry and speeds off before SWAT arrives. Mondrazo calls Nick just to make sure he took the number down right and says, I'll be in touch. Actually, call me back tomorrow from this number because I have a job for you, my boy. Nick hangs up and sits back and smiles. Lamar says, nigga, how do you do that shit? Guys, thanks again for watching. This has been my fan fiction. Check out the other episodes in the description below. I have a whole playlist for you guys, so you guys can just click on the link and you can see all my videos. Don't even need to search. Alright, y'all. Now, I'm going to be doing more Destiny 2. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love doing that series. The thing is, I want to get my Flash Season 3. Like, that's priority. I have to get that done before October 4th, guys. That's priority. Because October 4th is going to be the final episode and revamp of the first episode of my Flash series, you know, because the first few episodes, it was just a character talking. I really upped things with the whole characters and everything later on. So I'm going to revamp that. I'm going to upload the final episode, like I said, and I'm going to do a review of the CW's Flash to see how mine compares to it. So it's going to be a lot of things happening on October 4th, guys. Make sure to stay tuned right here on Popular Video Games. Peace out and talk to y'all laters.